my funky, fresh beats. Yes, I have funky, fresh beats. My funky, fresh beats are so funky and so fresh. You listen to my beats and you're like, wow, how did you get beats so good? How did you make the beat sound so nice? And I say, well, I am the MC GoodBeatMan. The clue's in the name. I only make good beats. Everybody I know enjoys my beats. They come around and they say, hey man, how did you make such a good beat? How did it sound so good? And I say, well, that's a professional secret. I can't let you know unless you buy my online seminar course, 12 courses at $79.99 a course, and I personally will teach you how to make the good, funky, fresh beats that everybody will enjoy. They will love your beats just like they love my beats. I have made a career for the last 47 years making the funkiest, freshest beats, and this is just one of them on display here today. Everybody I know is a massive fan of my beats. Everybody loves them. They're so funky, so fresh, so refined. Everybody loves my beats. They sound so good. My beats are the freshest that you'll ever hear. There has never been a fresher beat than this one, so this is the only one that you need to hear on the radio station as you're driving to work, as you're coming home from work. This is the one that you listen to because this is the funky fresh beat. It is so funky and so fresh that any other musician who listens to this is guaranteed to give up on their career because their beats will never be as funky and or fresh as the one that I am currently demonstrating to you. This is the funky, fresh beat. My beats are really good. Everybody loves my beats. They're the best beats ever. I play the best beats ever made. Everybody loves my beats. They sound so good on any stereo or hi-fi system. Everybody I know, they come up to me and they say, man, your beats are just so good. I have no idea how you did it, but I listen to your beats and I'm inspired for the rest of the day. And I say, well, thank you. That is very kind compliments on your behalf, but sadly I must keep how I make my beats a secret because that is how I maintain my monopoly on the beat-making world. If I disclosed to everyone how I made my beats, then I would not be the market leader of beat production. But I am an MC Funky Beat Man, and I make the funky beats, the fresh beats, and sometimes if I'm feeling really adventurous, I'll make a funky, fresh beat. Much like this one. It is both simultaneously funky and fresh, and that is why nobody can compare to me. Some people can do funky, and some people can do fresh, but nobody can do both at the same time, and that is exactly why I, MC Funky Fresh Beats Man 2.0 Trial Edition, am the best beat maker. I make the good beats sound good. The beats are the best. Everybody loves my beats. They're so good. Everybody I know loves my beats. Now, some people approach me in the street and they say, MC GoodBeatMan. That is your official name. That is the name that is printed on your birth certificate. They approach me in the street and they say to me, MC GoodBeatMan, why does this beat sound exactly the same as the previous one? Why has nothing changed? And I say, well, like I said on the previous track, this is the only beat that you need to hear. It is the funkiest and the freshest. There will never be a better song than this, so you might as well listen to it at least several hundred times, because there is no point in going out of your way to find or make any other beat ever, because you will never make anything as funky or as fresh as this. Several thousand years of musical exploration and journeying has culminated in this exact moment. This is the best song ever made. It is funky and fresh simultaneously. Do you know how many songs go out of their way to achieve funkiness and freshness simultaneously? Listen here, bucko. Listen here very good. Listen here closely, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of you treating me like I'm some kind of chump, okay? Like I'm some kind of punk. Like I'm just gonna sit here and listen to you tell me, MC GoodBeatMan, a man who has made his fucking career for the last 47 years making the funkiest, freshest beats. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that you know what a funky, fresh beat is? Let me tell you something, bucko. I've worked in the music industry for 47 years. I know a funky, fresh beat when I hear one, okay? And this is the funkiest and the freshest simultaneously. Stevie Wonder, more like Stevie Tactical Blunder, because he didn't make this track. I call that a tactical blunder. Meanwhile, me, MC GoodBeatMan, the best good beat expert person on... Okay, my mic stopped working for a second there. I apologize in advance. But now I'm back, and the beat's still going. So let me continue to document all the ways in which I am the good beat man, and you are not. Okay, so number one, this is the funkiest beat that has ever been made, and everyone agrees with me. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong, and you need to seriously reconsider your life choices, because listen to the funk. Ooh, baby. Ooh, yeah. Whoa. That MC GoodBeatMan, he really makes the good songs, doesn't he? He really makes it good. He makes the song sound so dope. He's the best. Wow. And that's what they'll say in the clubs when they hear this masterpiece that I've just finished composing. That's what they'll say. They'll say, hey, man, hey, how did you make the beat? How did you make it sound so good, so fresh? And I'll just say, well, I have no idea how I pulled it off. I guess you could say it was divine, cosmic interpolation from the gods and goddesses, and from the heavens, and from the birds that are currently living in my house, because I haven't refurbished my roof in quite a while. So I guess that's a problem, and I don't know how I'm gonna continue this. Oh boy, guess who's back? It's me, MC GoodBeatMan, and my microphone is mounted at the incorrect angle, so my apologies if I get some fine cobwebs on the mic. But here I am again. Yes, it's me. Haha, MC GoodBeatMan on the beat. This time I'm gonna try and rhyme with a beat because some people like it when I rhyme on a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32. Haha! I got you there. You were expecting me to say 33, but I didn't. I got you. I cut you off. I got you by surprise. And that's why everybody likes me. Because I'm such an eccentric and quirky character. And nobody can predict what I'll do next. Nobody can predict it. And that's how you keep it funky. That's how you keep it fresh. You keep the audience guessing. You keep them on their toes. And that's exactly what I do. MC GoodBeatMan. I only make good beats. That's all I do. That is literally it. There's nothing else I do with my life. People say, what about eating? What about sleeping? I say, no. I sleep with the beats. I eat on the beats. I queef with the beats. You know, I have sex. I have an intimate relationship with the beats. The beats are my wife. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now, you chump. You little punk. If you dare insult my fucking beats while I'm around, I'll have you personally know I got married to this beat. That's why you're hearing it so much, because it is my wife. She is my significant other. She is my other half. And I will not have you insult my other half. I fucking am sitting here making the funkiest and freshest beats known to man. This is a good song, okay? And if you don't like it, then you're wrong and you're incorrect. And you can just take your opinions and take them somewhere where they're more appreciated, because I don't want to put up with it right now. I don't want to listen to you and your negativity on my track, on my song that I personally made with my own 2 hands. And I've spent 47 years of my life making this one song, and I don't want to hear you complain about it or say anything negative about it, because my time and my importance is very important. I'm an important person. I matter in the grand scheme of things. I am the good beat man. Nobody makes songs as good as me. I make them good. I make everything good in my life. Everybody listens and plays my song wherever they go. Every single song samples my song. They all sample it from the top to the bottom. They sample my track, and I have to sit there and I don't get paid royalties because the music industry is working against me and working against other underground artists to try and keep us suppressed. Open your fourth eye to the Illuminati globalist sheep scaring scapegoat program. You stupid people, okay? Listen, I'm not having it anymore. I'm not gonna put up with it. I'm not. I'm seriously not. Okay, it's me, MC GoodBeatMan again. I'm back. First off, I want to start this one off by saying I apologize for the last song. I got too heated, I forgot to take my meds, and, well, as you can see, you know, I suffer from schizophrenic episodes, and I believe that I was married to a Casio demo song. So that's on me, you know, that's my apologies. But I was being real when I said that I make the funkiest, freshest beats, and I get very upset when people insult the funkiness and or freshness of my beat, of my song. I spend a lot of time making this, okay? I'm gonna be honest, I spend a lot of time doing this. As far as sleeping and eating with the beat, that was going too far. I don't go that far, but I do spend a lot of time making beats, producing beats, making songs that are funky and fresh and get played in the clubs and on the record station, label radio stations. Okay? My songs are on cassette, my songs are on vinyl, my songs are on CD, my songs are on DVD, my songs are on Blu-ray, my songs are on 8-track, my songs are on 35mm. My songs get played in the fucking movie theaters while you're sitting down waiting to watch the goddamn movie. That's where my song gets played. You've heard it 1,000 times before, and you know you have. So don't come to me saying I don't go to the movie theater anymore. It's too expensive. Or some stupid thing like that. Oh, I don't go to the movie theater anymore. The popcorn doesn't taste nice. First things first, I know the guy who makes the popcorn. Okay? And I promise you, he's putting his heart and soul into that as much as I put my heart and soul into making the beat. So don't insult his popcorn. First things first, because he's a good friend of mine. Second thing second, you have been to the cinema. I have seen you sitting there, Deborah. I have seen you sitting there with that new husband of yours who's fat and he's got fucking camel toe and he's disgusting. And I've seen you and your fat, repugnant corpse of a new husband that you wanted to fucking divorce me for. I've seen you sit there and eat the popcorn and enjoy it with that big stupid grin on your fat fucking face, listening to my beats, thinking that you have no right to listen to my beats in that fucking cinema. I will have you barred, Deborah. I will have you barred from the cinema, and you will never be able to watch Avatar ever again. You'll never be able to watch Avatar. You'll never be able to watch Avatar 2. You'll never be able to watch Avatar 3. You'll never be able to watch Avatar 4, and so on. You won't be able to, Deborah. They won't let you in. I'll tell a popcorn guy you were insulting him behind his back. I will tell that fat fucking useless piece of shit husband that you have that he's disgusting, and I won't hurt him though, because he does way more than me. He could probably pack a punch, but I will tell him to his face that he is not welcome in that fucking. He's not welcome, Deborah. He's not. I just finished making the album cover for my new album, Funky Fresh Beats by MC Funky Beatman. I just finished making it. It's a masterpiece. It's puts Mozart to shame. He's a famous artist. He did the Sistine Chapel, and I gotta say, if Mozart was still alive, he'd look at that and he'd go, "Damn, that Funky Fresh Beatman, that MC Funky Beat dude, that Beat Master 2.0, that Funky Fresh Beat guy, he's so good at what he does. His talent is so good in music that it actually bleeds over and begins to affect his artistic abilities, and so he has become a good artist without ever even touching a brush or touching a keyboard or touching a note. I don't know what the fuck they use to make art. As far as I know, they use like stencils and shit, but like I got good at art without even like having to learn any of that, because I was so good with the beat that my skill in that dimension carries over to all subsequent dimensions. Is kind of like a bleed over effect, and therefore as a result I have become good at every single art that's been known to man. I've become good at music. That was my native art, that's what I perfected, and then the bleed over carried over. The bleed over from me being good at fucking music carried over into drawing art, carried over into painting art, it carried over into web design art, it carried over into programming art. And some people say programming isn't an art. Well, I know that it is, because I did the art. I did it all. I do all the art simultaneously. I'll program the fucking website that this album is uploaded onto, and it will be programmed better than any other website that exists. It'll be programmed better than Google.com, programmed better than YouTube, YouTube.com, programmed better than YouTube.com. That's the official website for YouTube.com, and programmed better than Fur Affinity, which I go on all the fucking time. But don't tell my mom. So here we go. I'm gonna now start rapping on the beat just to prove how good my skills are in every other art form. It's bled over to the rap art too. So here we go. Watch my funky fresh flow. Okay, here we go. Yo, I'm a good rapper. I'm good at rapping. I'm so good at the rap. Look at me rap. Yo, I'm so good at the rap. I'm a good rap man. I'm better rapper than 2-pack. I'm better rapper than 3-pack. Better rapper than 4-pack. Better rapper than 5-pack. Better rapper than 6-pack. I bought a 6-pack from the store, and I drink it all because 6-pack isn't a good rapper to me. Haha. I even bought a 7-pack, and I drank that as well, just to rub it in his face that he isn't a good rapper compared to me. I'm the Funky Fresh Beat Man. And there you go. There's an example of how I'm just so good at everything I do, and everywhere I go, the streets are lined with gold. You know why? It's because I have gold-plated shoes and they are melting. So all the gold that melts off of my feet gets stuck to the pavement that I walk on, and that's why the streets that I walk on are lined with gold. Okay? So don't say that I'm lying there, because I will prove you wrong whenever I go out with you. Okay? So, yeah, that's my funky fresh beat. Here we go. Oh boy, here comes the bum kiss. Okay, everybody, this is sadly gonna be the last track on this album. I know it was a bit of a roller coaster ride. It was such a crazy album. We had our ups and we had our downs. I know from personal experience because I just sat here and made this album. Haha. But now it's time for me to wrap up the album, and you might be saying, "Oh, MC Funky Beatman, do you really have to go so soon? We were enjoying your funky fresh beats so much. We were having such a good time partying and dancing to your funky fresh beats." And I sadly have to say, yes, I have to go. Now, the reason why I have to go is not of my own accord. It is because I want to get some breakfast, and I've looked in the fridge and we are out of milk, and I want to have a hot cup of tea, and then 2 slices of toast with Mackey's free berry preserve on that, and then cut that into half, and then eat that with my hot cup of tea. But because we don't have any milk in the fridge, I have to go to the store and buy some milk so that I can then make my cup of tea, and then it will taste good in my mouth, and that is how I am going to do the rest of the day. It is right now 7:51 in the morning. I am making this last track on my Funky Fresh Beats album. It is going to be funky, fresh, and beats at the same time, and I expect this album to be #1 on Billboard, #1 on Shillboard, #1 everywhere on all the advertising boards. If I see an advertising board that doesn't have me on it, I'll know that those Illuminati globalist shills are taking down my adverts again, and I told you not to. I saw you taking my adverts down. It's a public place. It's a public soapbox, and I'm allowed to say whatever I want on my platform. You cannot tell me to fucking shut my mouth, because I have an opinion, and I live in the United States of America, and I have the right and the freedoms to say whatever I want, whenever I want, and not care about what anyone thinks or how they feel or how they are treated or anything of that kind. I am an American, and that instantly gives me priority over any of the fucking other races or nationalities that might exist at any point in time, including America itself, because I am the Funky Fresh Beat Man. I make funky, fresh beats. I've got to tell that again. So, and all my fans out there who like my funky fresh beats, I expect all of you to go out of your way and purchase my album 1,000,000 times just by yourself, so that then it goes to the #1 on Billboard, and I can turn around to my ex-wife Deborah and I can say, "Hey, Deborah, how's your fucking fat husband doing? I'm #1 on Billboard and you're not, so suck my dick. You said this music thing would never work out. Well, look at me now. I got $1,000,000. I'm a millionaire. 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 I make $1,000,000. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I wear my $1,000,000 underwear because I don't million care. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm a fucking goddamn millionaire.